Well, today it's story time. First story time on the farm. So, what happened yesterday, me and my husband, we took a date. He's on vacation this week, so we took a date and we went to the livestock auction. And we were so excited. We were like, okay, we can go here, we can get a goat, we can get it decently priced, and it's gonna be fun. So we sat there for a while, and we watched some cattle come through, and that was fun. And I wish I had space for a cattle and electric fencing for a cattle now. And so we see these goats coming out, and the first couple are this little small goats, kind of like Teddy, nothing that we're looking for right now for our breeding lines. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get an unregistered goat this year, just because this is my first year, just in case I have problems and something happens. I'm like, I would rather buy an unregistered goat this year, or a couple unregistered does this year. That way, if something happens, I'm not out a whole lot of money, because this is my first year. I'm expecting stuff to go wrong because it's my first year. So this real pretty white goat comes out, and they don't tell you what breed they are. You just kind of have to judge by what you think. And so this real pretty white goat comes out, and it said that she was pregnant. I was like, oh, that'd be great. You know, I could go ahead and have a kid now, and blah, blah, blah. But my husband didn't hear me tell him, like, yeah, bid on that one. And that one only went for $90. But we weren't sure that she was full bore, because she had a couple of different characteristics about her. So I was like, okay. So about this time, I'm like, well, I don't think we're going to get any goats today. And then this beautiful dapple doe walks out. She's red with white spots, and she's gorgeous. And I tapped him. I was like, I want that doe. And he's like, are you okay? Are you sure? I'm like, yeah. And so she looked like she had udders. So I was like, you know, she probably just had a kid and probably just weaned the kid. And so I know that she is going to be good. Like, she's at least had a kid. So he bids on her, and ends up, him and the lady were bidding back and forth, and ends up, the auctioneer, it was like down to the wire. The auctioneer's like, are you sure you don't want to go one more time? Because we said no. And then he's like, yeah. And then no one else bid. So we won. So we go back there, and they drag her out for us. We put her in the back of the truck, and we're talking on the way home, and talking about what we're going to name her. And we were going to name her Ruby, because she's red with white spots, and rubies are red. Like, that's a cute name. Yeah, we'll name her Ruby. So we get home, and what we always do when we get a goat, we have it in the back of the truck in these little plastic dog kennels, like the kinds with the plastic sides and everything to keep the wind off them. So we pick it up and we bring it into the pasture, and then we unlock the gate on the front, so that way the goat can come out whenever the goat is ready. So we're not dragging the goat and causing it more stress than it's already been through. So I open the gate of the kennel, and Zeus, our dog that lives out here with the goats, he's a Neapolitan Mastiff. And I'm going to do a video on him, too, to tell you all about him. But he, like, peeks his nose in there because he's used to his goats that he can go right up to and lick them and chase them, and they have all kinds of fun. And this goat shoots out of the kennel, blows the door off of it, and it's just running. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we got some kind of crazy-ass goat. But no, it's fine today. So after that, we're walking around, and I'm like, I go up to her, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, honey, I don't think this is a doe. This is my first year, as I said. This is my first time doing this, and I'm only used to my little bucks that I have now. So the udder that I thought was underneath them was actually his testicles. So we got a very beautiful red and white dapple buck. He doesn't have a name yet. We don't know his name because we thought it was a girl and his name was going to be Ruby. And you can name it Ruby now because it's a boy. Ruby's kind of a girl name. So, yeah. So now we're on the search for more does because I'm an idiot. But the reason why is because when you go to the livestock auction, or the one that we went to, inside its air conditioning, it had like stadium seating. And so you're up here, and the goat or the cow or whatever they're auctioning is down here. So you don't get a whole great view. That's why I was like, oh yeah, that has to be a doe. That has to be her udders that are, you know, filled up. And she must have just had a kid, and they just weaned her. So that's why I thought, because they don't tell you male or female, they're just like, yep, and they wait for you to offer something and then you bid, and you know. So that's why I didn't realize, because you're a good ways away from them, so you can't really see the best. I mean, you can see them, but you can't see the best. We ended up with a buck, and I'm guessing based on his teeth right now that he's like 1 to 2 years old, in between there. At first, I was real apprehensive about him because he was running away from the dog, and I was like, I didn't let the kids in here with him. It's only been a day. This is the first like full, it hasn't even been 24 hours since he's been here yet. So, but now he's like all calmed down, and I can pet him, and I've looked at his teeth and his feet, and he's a pretty good guy. So let me show you him. He's a pretty guy. Oh, look at him. He's so funny. But he weighs 95 pounds. That's what he weighed on the scale. So he's 95 pounds. I would guess Harley at like 50 to 60 pounds because I can still pick Harley up. I can't pick this boy up by myself. And then we got my favorite, my lover boy, Teddy. Hi, Ted. So yeah, that's my story of going to the livestock auction for the first time. It was splendid. I'm guessing that he was a twin because there was another one. Sorry, something keeps biting me, and I don't like it. But there was one right after him. They came together. Hey. Came together, and they looked like identical. They both looked the same. Like, see, he lets me pet him, but he's not gonna. Oh, look at him. He's actually gonna stay here and let me pet him. Like, he lets you pet him and stuff, but he's still like kind of apprehensive about you. You know, he's not sure yet. He's been at the auction house all day yesterday, and so he's still just trying to get used to you and still trying to see what's going on, but he is gorgeous. He's a pretty boy. But yeah, that was my experience at the livestock auction, buying a doe that ended up being a buck. So we don't know what we're going to name him yet. Leave in the comments down below. Give us a couple name suggestions, and if we haven't named him by then maybe we'll use one of your names. Zeus is running across the pasture like crazy, man. Yeah, he's pretty nice, and I think he's gonna fit in fine once they figure out their order of who's in charge here. But those are my 3 boys I got now. Harley, Goat, and Teddy. Teddy's always gonna be the little guy because he's a mini. But that's him. Let's see if he'll let us get up close and see his face and stuff. Let's see. Nope, he left. He said bye. Alright, well that's all I got for you guys for today. Sorry. Alright, well that's all I have for you guys for today. Told you my story about the livestock auction, how it went, and we won't make that mistake again, hopefully. But it was fun. It's a learning experience. I feel like an idiot, but hey, it's gonna happen. And I got a gorgeous goat out of it. We thought about selling him, but we think we're gonna keep him because we can get 2 does, and we can breed those 2 does, and if something happens and we decide to keep one of those does babies, like say we get a really pretty doe out of one of the mamas, then whichever one we keep, we can breed that one to, like if it's Harley's baby, we can breed the other goat to it. Or if it's the other goat's baby, we can breed Harley to it. So I think it's going to help us in the long run be more productive and more efficient and not have to keep buying new does or keep buying new bucks if we have one that we want to keep. If we get a gorgeous doe that we want to keep and keep in our lines. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.